A very interesting match here. So we are loading into the match now. The map is Winter Solstice, which has given somewhat longer load times than the other maps, I think. But here we are. So we have Carnage in the bottom right here in the red. His opponent in the blue in the top left is going to be Forgeable Sum. So here we have our developer against our very mechanically skilled player, Carnage. So this guy knows the game better than anyone else, probably. While this guy is probably better mechanically than anyone else in the game. So let's see who wins this. Is it going to be pure knowledge of the game? Was it going to be just pure mechanical superiority? Okay, second mech factory is on the way for Carnage now. That is going to be spotted by the scout here. Let's see, what does Carnage's scout see? Nothing right now, actually, but there's only going to be one factory to see, so nothing special here. There is a bullfrog on the field, so he is going to know the first unit was not a merc, it was a bullfrog. Judging from Carnage's preference for mercs, I think he would consider that a good thing, but it's really debatable right now whether mercs or bullfrogs are better in the early game. Okay, so it's going to be one merc, one bullfrog right now. That's interesting. So if you don't know which one's better, why not just build a mixture of them? That's my opinion too. On the other hand, Carnage is not building a mixture of them. He's pretty sure that mercs are the superior choice. And I find that very interesting, that Carnage does... I think Carnage definitely has his opinion on the balance of this game, and he's very confident on that opinion, and he plays by that opinion. We are seeing the start of the air factory here for Forgeable, while wait, what is this? Morley? What? The player list is bugged because this is showing Morley, but no, this is Forgeable Sum. This is not Morley. Weird, that is bugged. Okay, that's bugged from our last game. But yeah, okay, so Carnage is moving in with a couple mercs here. Forgeable Sum's units are going to be out of position to deal with this initially, so they are going... Oh, Silo, is the Silo going to be focused down? No, Carnage is going to lose a merc. Silo is going to go down. Okay, so yeah. Oh, okay, so a new Silo is going to be started here. Lots of mining time lost there. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty confident now that harvesters, when you have multiple harvesters on a building, I'm starting to think they don't build additively. Otherwise, I feel like that Silo would be like instant. I feel I'm gonna have to ask about that. But okay, so does appear. Okay, some more skirmishing going on here, but it's a distraction. On the other hand, Carnage is gonna walk in here. He's gonna realize there isn't a single harvester there. All the drones have been evacuated over to the north side here, which is going to be the hardest area for Carnage to attack. Carnage, on the other hand, is going to see the air factory there. He's going to start two of his own. The fact that Carnage is doing this is definitely making me feel like this is not an additive process. Perhaps this is actually faster in the end to have them building separate buildings. Still not sure on the specifics. One merc lost, second merc lost. On the other hand, that serves as a distraction. Carnage sacrificed those to bring in some mercs here, but these mercs once again aren't able to actually do anything. They're going to get repelled here by these fighters here, which are going to dodge very well here. And so, ouch. Carnage being repelled over and over, losing a lot of units in these trades, not really getting anything done. Another Silo is getting finished here. Large amount of drones on it once again. But yeah, this is I'm not sure how well this is looking for Carnage. On the other hand, he does have his two air factories on the field now, so he's just gonna start pumping out fighters. And so yeah, with all these mantas, on the other hand, there's a second air factory for Forgeable Sum now. There's also a second mech factory on the way, so both of these players are going to have exactly 2 mech factories and 2 air factories. They're very similar builds. That's interesting. I like how Carnage is taking advantage of this little nook here to like hide his harvesters. So his drones are like all the way here. That's interesting. Bunch of fighters are on the way. I wonder if the fighters can go off the map here. It doesn't seem like they can too much. But yeah, they're going to fly straight into this. They're gonna fly straight into this. I just realized Forgeable Sum hasn't really scouted Carnage yet. He's been defending the whole time. He's been defending very well, but he didn't know the exacts of what Carnage had. He didn't know that Carnage had air yet, and so that did expose to him that Carnage has air, and he knows that Carnage has a lot of air now. And actually, Carnage is working on a third air and a first tank factor. So this is interesting. He's starting to approach the factory composition that he had in the last game, where he had 3 mech, 3 air, and 1 tank. He's now 2 mech, 3 air, and 1 tank. Yeah, these fighters are going to try to take out an air factory, but they're going to fail at that. Meanwhile, he is going to lose a lot of fighters. He's going to have to fall back with his remaining surviving fighters. So yeah, that third is done now. Let's see. What? No tech, I believe, for either player. Let's check. Yeah, no tech yet. So, yeah, all players are still on like tier 1 and 1.5-ish. Because you could argue that tank and air units are like a tier 1.5 sort of. But yeah, this tank factory, let's see what it starts producing. I'm curious. Like, on one hand, we might just see a bunch of silencers. On the other hand, we're starting to see some ore mining over here. Surprised he isn't mining over here instead, because whatever. Theoretically, he can mine from 2 ore fields at once, so that's cool for him. Okay, a bunch of fighters are coming in here, gonna kill a couple. I know they killed at least 1. Carnage is going to bring his superior forces in here, though, and try to deal with the fighters. Though it looks like he did lose a couple more drones. Wow, these things are really dodging all these shots. But yeah, they're finally gone. Tech has been started for Carnage, so we might start seeing some tech units here. And I'm really curious to see if he's going to be building ion cannons again, because to be honest, ion cannons are still a bit of an enigma to me. And I'm actually curious and trying to figure out what they actually do. Maybe I might have a chance to figure out if he builds them again this time. So that tech is done now. Of course, to get ion cannons or battleships, he's still going to have to unlock heavy tech. But the other thing is he could also start building demolishers soon. And actually, I'm curious. Anyone in Twitch chat actually know how ion cannons work? Anyone? Okay, looks like, oh, this might... I don't know how smart this is on Carnage's part. Because he is engaging into a sizable merc mass here. On the other hand, most of his units are still alive. So that's interesting. Twitch chat has also been awfully silent for a bit. Is there something wrong with my stream right now? I'm curious. It should be on. Okay. So it looks like, yeah, these fighters are still mostly alive. Another force coming in from the side. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the stream. It's just that no one knows how ion cannons work. Okay, looks like some harass you. Oh! The air factory is actually focused down. All these fighters are going to be lost, it seems, but there was no attempt to make them fall back or even dodge. Oh, I see why. Carnage was busy microing there. This was only the distraction. But on the other hand, he did manage to accomplish something pretty significant. They're taking out one of the 2 air factories. Oh, there's still a fighter here. One of the fighters is still alive, and it's actually trying to focus the 2nd air factory. That's really funny. Okay, 2 rollers on the field. So I think that would imply that Forgeable Sum does seem to have an excess of ore right now, so he's just building rollers. Okay, let's see. Because he can't really spend the ore anyhow else, because he doesn't have tech, so he can't build gladiators. But he also doesn't have tanks, so he can't build tank things. From air, he's only on tier 1, so he can build bombers and gnats, but we're not allowed to build gnats in this tournament, so he's gonna rebuild this now. I mean, logically, you'd think he'd work on tech or something if he has an excessive ore. Because that's when the ore starts being useful, when you have tech. Okay, so it looks like we do have some harpies here joining the fighters now. Yeah, these gunships, wow, they are doing a lot of damage here. Yeah, this is really hurting. I think, oh, actually there's a tank factory on the way, so I mean, done. So he could theoretically use some of that ore to build, like, some javelins, maybe. But then again, javelins versus arrow, not that effective. Wow, what a large Manta and Harpy force. That's really strong. Okay. And of course we have some mooks coming in from the side trying to take down this factory here. There is a laser turret blocking some of the shots, but it is dead now. Looks like, ooh, they're focusing down the drones there too, and it looks like Forgeable Sum has surrendered. Carnage is our tournament champion. Congratulations to Carnage for winning the first Strike Tactics tournament in history. Okay. Wow. Nice explosions there. So this looks like the end of the tournament. Thank you everyone here who has been watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And it seems that I should be saying farewell soon. And Trilurcules here is saying that Carnage is pretty good. Too bad that we all know that he's the same dude. Yeah, I'm gonna say Carnage is actually a scrub. If okay. But yeah, this is the end of the tournament. And return to the lobby hasn't worked for me twice in a row, whatever. There's always surrender. What? So do all air units just float now? I like how they used to always fly around. I don't know, I've seen them fly a bit. But yeah, I guess we're done. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to Forgeable Sum for making the game and hosting the tournament. And thank you to everyone who played here. From the people who were eliminated early on, like Space Marine and others, to the people who made it here to the finals, like Carnage. Thank you, everyone.